So Matthew always gets in the way whenever I'm trying to clean, so we found out a new coping method, and if we do this, there we go. This is how we keep Matthew out the way when we're doing things.
Paige is making us breakfast, some kind of potato tortilla.
So this is apparently really, like, some of my friends from Spain used to eat this, and I think it's just a gigantic hash brown, but I don't know. It looks a bit strange. But we're gonna try it and eat like the locals do.
Come on, where does it go?
In the oven.
Oh.
It's not ready yet to go in the oven, Matthew, so I'm cleaning. Well, it's out of the oven. It still looks like a gigantic hash brown, so we'll cut into it and see what it tastes like. What do you think, Ronald?
Looks like a giant fried potato-like thing.
A hash brown. Hopefully you guys can hear it. It's a bit windy up here, but we have some very good news.
I think, touch wood, we've repaired the leak in the tender. I've left it to set for 3 days without pumping it up or anything, and I think I've done the job properly this time. It doesn't seem to be leaking. We've pumped it up now. I can't see any air. I've put water around to see if there's any bubbles. There doesn't seem to be.
When Matthew says he put water around, he just licked it all. And now we're checking, because this is our oar holder, or paddle holder. So we took the paddle holder things off of the old tender that we got given, and they're exactly the same, so we should just be able to replace this bit. Is that right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I think
so, yes. I'm checking now. Hopefully we'll just be able to knock this one out and then put the new one in. But I think I need a longer rod.
Matthew's just decided that this glue is like PVA when you're a kid, but even better, he says. He likes to piggle it off.
Well, when I had a whole bit on it, it all came off as one big strip, but now it's just little bits.
Go on then, what's the good news?
The good news is that the tender is no longer leaking. Or if it is leaking, it's extremely slow, which won't bother me much. So all good there. That saves us a bit of money. And then we've repaired the oar lock with the spare that we got off the other tender, and I've managed to put a new set of I don't know what you call them, holds, something, you know, with a bit of rope on. So that's now on. We'll see if that sets well, and that's tender's looking not new, but
better,
pretty good.
Yeah. Matthew always gets in the way whenever I'm trying to clean, so we found out a new coping method, and if we do this, there we go. This is how we keep Matthew out the way when we're doing things. He's a happy little boater. You don't look like you're wearing pants.
I am wearing pants.
Are you joining in?
It is a nudist beach. I could just get naked, but I don't think I will. We're just leaving this anchorage to go around the corner back near the marina We've run out of food, so we need to go get some. That's why we're moving. There's no shops or anything around here, so we're off. Anchor around the corner where there's some shops, go ashore, get some jobs done, and that should be it. Paige is currently doing her makeup so she can look nice. Here she is, putting her face on. She'll get upset.
She's just putting eyeliner on.
Putting her face on. She's been at it for hours.
Oh really, Matthew?
Alright, she started 5 minutes ago. I can say she's been at it for hours.
So we're round next to the marina now, just exited outside. On the way from Madeiras, we obviously broke the Furler unit, so that's why we're still here. And we noticed that some of the threads from our main were hanging out from the in-mast furling. And Matthew was worried that we ripped the main sheet. So when we got here, well, on the way, we took out the main and we've ripped a little hole in our main. So it's only around this big, but we're gonna have to take that down now and go and get someone to sew it up. So if he doesn't trust his own skills. But on the bright side, we do have some exciting news. So let's go upstairs where Matthew is. And Matthew, what's the exciting news? It's over here.
We've got Mini Nova back.
So let's show you Nova. She's actually floating again. Nicely inflated, no leaks. Well, there's a little leak we think, but she's all good again.
Mini Nova floats again.
We have the beach just here, and then skip past Matthew. Here's the entrance to the marina, and then right around here is all the shops. We're just gonna go park the tender there, I think. So we're gonna go out tonight because we got no foods on board.
No, and then we're going in tomorrow for the repairs. And then we can do some shopping and get our dive kit as well. We're going to sort that out. We should be alright. We have found...
I said this about the main.
About the main. Yeah, we found there's a hole in the main, so we're going to have to take that down and take it to a sail maker to get that patched. Shouldn't take too long, but it's a bit of a ball ache. Oh well.
So we have stocked up on Doritos and nacho dip, and we're going to have a bit of a movie Marvel night because we're geeky. So we're all moored into the marina. There's a bit of what do you call it in here?
I'm not sure, backwash? No, that's not back.
It's not backwash, but anyway,
there's a bit of current.
Yeah, there's a bit of current, so we're rocking around a bit. But now it's the most exciting time because we're going to go to the dive centre and go grab our new dive stuff. We're really excited, we can't wait to go and get everything, but at the minute the forepeak, if you look behind me, is just full of sail at the minute, which is where we're going to store them until we can get something made on deck to put our tanks in, a little bit like what Delos have. So but we're really excited, so that's where we're going to go. I'm not going to take my camera because we're thinking about walking the tanks back to the Nova. It's going to kill us because it's like a mile walk that way and we've got 6 tanks, but we'll see if we can get a taxi or something. But yeah, that's the plan at the minute. So what's going on, Ronald?
I'm not okay. Well, we've got all the dive kit back here.
It's actually at the front.
It's on the front. 6 tanks, 12 litres each, the stubby type.
Oh, I'm just going to say that Matthew saw my new BCD and decided that he wanted one as well.
Because mine's over 20 years old and one of the zips is broken. And because they were so cheap, these second-hand ones, but also almost brand new, it made sense to get a new one. So we don't have to worry. So I got a new one. I got myself the same as Paige, so she's upset with me because now I've got a new one too. But my regs are all good. We got Paige a set of regs, and there's her regs. They're all second hand because we wanted the cheaper option. All good. They picked us the good stuff, so they're quite helpful in that. But we didn't walk it back. We got a taxi because we couldn't carry 6 cylinders all the way back. It's about a mile there and back, so that wasn't happening. But just carrying them from the end of the pontoon down to here was hard enough, and that's why I'm sweating a lot. But we got a dive kit, so that's the next part of the adventure. And Paige finally found.
I've just slapped him in the face with it.
So as you've seen on previous videos, my mask with my snorkeling and diving, Paige was having problems with her, so she wanted one like mine. So she got exactly the same one.
Same colour, everything.
But this is the ladies' one, so it's smaller than mine, and it actually fits her properly, so she's really happy. So now she's begging me to go swimming at the beach so she can test it. So that's what we're off to do later. What I could do with a swim. And she managed to find, what is it called, this blue stuff?
I swear that we're not alcoholics on board. Literally, we don't drink that much.
Well, now she can make Blue Lagoon, which she really likes, so. That's gonna go get some ice and then we can make some cocktails because I'm dying.
Doing?
Because I'm knackered, Paige said she's going to go get some ice so she can make cocktails.
Ice.
Where are you off to, Paige?
To get ice. Oh, yours has got the little bits as well.
Yeah, it's not better than mine, it's the same. Exact same make. Just yours is mini.
Oh,
look,
right.
show everyone.
Is it Daredevil who wears
Yeah,
it?
look. It even says it,
And
Spectre Mini. For her mini face. You look like a bell end.
Matthew, you can't see that on YouTube.
Yes, I can.
Look at this sweaty mess. I've brought in some ice cubes back.
Yeah.
And we've got a bed over here for the tanks at the minute.
Yeah, until because the full peak's full. I mean, we should really sort that sail out, but it's only for a day. And we don't have the space to really get it out and roll it up properly, so.
You're glistening.
It will be. So we just we'll get the sail out tomorrow and put it back up once the new reefing system's on. Put the tanks in there until we can get something built to hold them up front.
Time to go swimming.
I think so. Paige is washing up. We've just been cleaning up, as you can see. We've folded up the sail as they're doing the rigging at the moment, and all the tanks are actually back there. They're in the quilt, all packed away until we can get a proper setup built. Like I said, they're out doing the rigging.
Another thing that we didn't mention is there's a reason why there's no footage of us swimming or anything yesterday, and that's because I might have monged it. I took the camera, even got in the water and kept trying to press record, and then realised that I hadn't put the card in. So yes, that's what happened yesterday. The water was pretty murky and we didn't see anything, but now we're going to see them putting together our unit, I think. Is that right?
Yep.
Go to the shops.
We'll go have a look what they're up to.
Because I'm starving. New piece.
Yeah, the new piece.
Old piece.
The new foils. And you get the stay as well, the new stay will be put in.
So the good news is our new Furler unit is up. It looks really cool and a lot sturdier, and to pull it in is so much easier. But there is 17 to 20 knots of wind at the minute, so it's not an ideal time to put 130% Genoa back up because it flaps like crazy. But the guys have just started doing it, and Nova's flapping a little bit, but seems to be going up alright. We're just putting the new sheets on. Well, the racing grey and red ones that we had. We're looking for some newer ones, but yeah, we're just putting all that back up, and our new Furler's going to be done. Our sail's in for repair. We've just been to the dive centre and dropped some more regulators on, so off for service. So when all that's done, we'll have 3 sets of dive gear on board, Furler unit all sorted, and our main done. So it's been a good day. So Matthew's up there helping him out, and I feel a bit cheeky going up and not helping, so I'm going to go off and try and help these guys. To say that we have like 20 knots of wind on the sail, that went in incredibly easy compared to what we've done. So I'm going to go show you Matthew, and then we can show you our new Furlex. There's a miracle here, guys. Look at this. There's Matthew, a male with instructions.
I'm just looking at the pictures.
How do you find your new Furler then?
Good. I've not filled it. We've got a nice new shiny rope to furl it with, but
it's a manky green. It looks mouldy.
Oh, stop being a pain. I quite like it.
That's because you're army and you like camo stuff. I kind of like camo, but that looks mouldy. Mouldy white.
But it's all done. It's all up. I'm sure Paige will take you forward to have a look in a minute.
I thought you was going to give us a tour of it. A tour of a Furlex.
Yeah, there's not really much to
We'll go
do.
show you
Right,
the new drum.
I'll show
Okay,
you.
let's have a look at our new Furler then.
That's it. The Furlex 304S. Nicely on.
It's a lot different to our old one. Look at it.
Yeah.
It looks like a right meaty bad boy, that. And then our new mouldy green cable.
You're a pain.
But it rolled up so
I just need
easy.
to put the other sheet on because we only got the one sheet at the moment because we've just put it up.
One sheet does plenty. That's a bounty advert, that. Not sailing.
You're a pain.
We're
Anyway.
going to tidy up, but that's our new Furler. So this morning we've been and paid for our new Furler unit. It was €3,800, so Yeah, pockets are feeling a little lighter, but it needed to be done and everything seems to be working perfect. So we're just getting ready to leave. Matthew's up top, don't know if you can see him. Yep, there he is. He's hosing down the decks because everything is covered in like a fine dust, so we're doing that. Then we're going to go anchor and go test that dive kit just outside in, I think it's about 5 meters, so we're good to that. Well, we are out sailing. The Furler unit came out, okay, so we're going to see if it goes back in alright. The reason that we didn't film us getting ready or anything is because Matthew does a whole, we gotta go now.
No, I don't. I just said let's go.
Let's go, gotta go quick. So yeah, there's no
I never did that, you little lat. She's lying.
Here he is.
She's always lying.
No, it's what happened. So now we're sailing. We're just testing the Autohelm. Not Autohelm, sorry. The Furler unit, and just having this quick sail around because we haven't sailed for ages. And then we're just going to go back to the anchorage where we did some little bit of diving, and I think we're going to test our kit later.
Yes,
yeah,
we are,
so we're going to go have a quick dive, I think. So the weather's perfect. Look behind me.
You're going to show them the patch?
And I'll turn it around and show you our patched up main. Don't know if you can see it, I'll point. That boop, triangle is our patch. That's where it ripped right on one of the main joints, so Matthew's sewing couldn't have done it, but there you go, you can see it better now, the light's on it. But all fixed, all repaired, and we're back to sailing. So you might have noticed in the previous video clip that we backed, and that's because our Autohelm keeps playing up. So fingers crossed and toes crossed and everything else that we're not going to have to replace the Autohelm. It seems to be working again now. It has an off and an on day, so it keeps going off and on, but it seems to be working at the minute. Matthew's at the helm just in case it decides to do a sharp right turn, and this time it's not my knickers blocking up the compass, so it's got no excuse. So please don't break anything else. It's
got a dial underneath here which tells you where the rudder is, and earlier that was just not reading, so I reckon it was getting confused because it didn't know where the rudder was and it wasn't quite right. So it must be something to do with the sensor to the rudder that's playing up. It's all working again now, it just came back to life, but something I'm going to have to look into.
Well, we're very close to our anchorage now. Matthew's just filled in the Genoa a little bit, put a reef in. How did you find that, Ronald? McDonald?
It's much smoother than the old one, much better now. It should be for it's a good bit of kit.
Happy days, I think. We're going to go dive now. We're just anchored back at our nudey bay, so there's a lot of bare bums and boobies around. Matthew's going to join them later. But I wanted to show you our cool purchase today. €2. Gotta have a pair, haven't we? So there's Matthew's green one. Can you see that? Yeah. My blue one. Gonna soak Matthew later. Don't know what he's doing because he's making funny faces.
I'm drinking using fizzy water.
He's weaning his way off fizzy drinks and having fizzy water and squash. So I think it's time to jump in. We're like stealth nudist watchers on this beach, so hopefully we won't snorkel underneath any nudes, but we'll see.
We're going diving.
Yeah, it could be like a super diver nuder. So it's time to set up our dive gear. Matthew has to have this connection in it.
The international connector.
And I have the
threaded
normal. So yeah, we're gonna set up. Matthew's copied me, as I said, so I've got the Scuba Pro, and then he's got the exact same one because he likes to copy me.
Mine's in large because I'm larger than life. So Paige is going to set up her dive kit, if she can remember how.
So if I get it wrong, don't quote me. See, my octopus thing now has this connector thing on it, which they didn't have at the other place, and it takes ages to get off, so you might want to cut this.
So what's the first bit you put on, Pidge?
My BCD.
Yeah.
And he says that you should have it like there, and then this needs tightening because it's not been used by me before.
Yep, nice and tight, and put the one.
I've done this a bit wonky.
I think it's because you're not used to having such a lack of space.
Yeah. Let me do it again. It is kind of hard doing it when there's not much room. Probably better doing it on the front or back.
Alright, dear. So, BCD's on. Now what's going on, Pidge?
My octopus.
It's not an octopus. That's the octopus, the yellow one. It's the Regs.
I'll call it my octopus.
Okay. You call it your octopus then.
I'm going to screw my octopus in. It's fun watching me do this, isn't it? Now we point this at Matthew because you point it at your enemies whilst you release
No,
motion.
no, you don't. You point it at your BCD.
This is how we do everything properly.
I'm not sure about that.
There's no room. So what's the first step, Matthew?
We're going to put the BCD on. As you call it. I call it a stab vest, but...
Up. We put it on. Darth Vader.
Luke, I am your father.
I like how you tried to say it with the reg in.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
can tell, we're back from diving. We had an awesome time. We saw a stingray, or not a stingray, Matthew says it's a butterfly.
Well, I don't know.
We don't know. A ray. We saw a little octopus sitting on our chain. A few little fish. We only went down to 10 points on the meters, so it was a nice little dive to test out all our kit, but can't wait to get going on a proper dive. But it was really, really fun. We're exhausted and really hungry, so Matthew's over here cooking dinner. What we having, Ronald?
We're having wraps, minced beef wraps. We normally use actual steak, but the shop we went to only had minced beef. Did have chicken, but it looked like it'd been left on the shelf for a couple of weeks, so the minced beef look okay, so we got a pack of minced beef for tonight. Peppers and onion, mixed all together, add some fajita seasoning, have it in wraps with some cheese and some nachos and stuff. It'll be quite nice.
Whilst maybe watching Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
You'll have to excuse Matthew's weird song choice, but I had to show you our beautiful mountains. Sunset. He's got his Wazer rifle or something. More mountains. An idiot. And then big mountains. really pretty. Oh, and that big beach there is the nudey beach, where nudey people like Matthew like to go. Join us next time as we leave Lanzarote, experience the acceleration zones, and Matthew gets his groove on. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like that, then please give us a thumbs up below. If you want to catch up with us on a regular basis, you can also hit the subscribe button.
And a big shout out to all our patrons. Thanks for all the support, guys. And we'll see you next time.